And we're connected.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to my workshop. I am Reverend Aisha. I am part of the archaic Temple of Arcier, along with my best friend and head keeper, Jin. Today, I have a workshop of how to transfer images to candles using tissue paper and stickers. It seems like it's all over the internet, and a lot of people are very confused how to do it. And I've been asked a million times to make a YouTube video about it. I never did because I can be lazy, but here we are per request. So the materials that you will need to make this magic happen, I have to switch my little camera. If I can do that. Oh, it's not showing. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess it's not showing.
It is, I see it.
Oh, you see it? Oh, yeah, you do. It's just, yeah. All right. I'm on a little box up here and I'm not looking at that. All right. Oh, hola, ¿cómo están? Mwah, mucho amor. Hola.
Sorry for being late.
Nah, it's all good. Está bien, no hay problema. All right. So the materials you will need parchment paper, the stuff that you bake cookies in, candles, of course, scissors, oven mitt, glue stick, a heating gun, or if you don't have one, blow dryer works. And then for your actual paper materials, so I have sticker paper and I buy them wicked cheap on Amazon. I buy this whole sheet thing, 100 of them, super cheap. They work great. Plain white printer paper and tissue paper. I buy a lot of my items at the dollar store, so you can get the tissue paper at the dollar store. All my candles are from the dollar store. It won't really cost you a dime. All right. Back to me. All right, so I've done this a lot. So this is a candle I made for New Moon ceremony with using sticker paper. These pillar candles, I get them at the dollar store. Super awesome. And this is a transfer I did with tissue paper. This was for our anniversary party last year. I made a whole bunch of these and I passed them out. So when you're getting ready for this process, you're gonna need a printer as well, laser or inkjet, doesn't matter. So first things first, you gotta find an image that you like. So I'm gonna see if I can share my screen. And so these are the designs that I printed out today. We're gonna do some god and goddess candles. We're gonna do a big goddess candle. And of course, this one, we're gonna do that one. So once you do pick a design anywhere on the internet, or you design one yourself, that window went away. So you can see, I don't do this often. Oh no, where's my window? Am I still sharing my screen, Ed? Oh no, it's paused.
No, you're showing.
Okay, stop share. That's what I was looking for. So once you pick your image or you design one, you gotta get ready to print it. So I will switch my camera. So before you print, you gotta get your materials ready. So you need your plain paper, some tissue paper. Now, if the tissue paper is gonna be kind of wrinkly, you hope that you can find some tissue paper that's not. I know most of it is. Sometimes they do sell them already in sheets. but we're going to use this one because this is what I have. So you can cut it all the way around. It doesn't have to be neat. And if you guys want to talk, you're more than allowed to talk. I have no problem with that.
Okay, so I have to know, did you make your t-shirt?
No, it was on the Corellian website many, many moons ago. They would meet like a quota, like we need 20 people to commit and then we can order. And then that's what happened. So, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a pretty cool t-shirt. I'm one of those people that, you know, if I go see a band, I got to wear the band t-shirt. Well, here I am. I came to see the band, so I got to wear my band t-shirt.
Awesome.
So I apologize, I joined a little bit late, but what is the material that you're cutting behind the piece of tissue paper?
Tissue paper.
Okay, thank you.
Paper. You're welcome. You're gonna take your tissue paper, your regular 8.5 by 11 paper that you print with, glue stick, and now you're gonna glue this down. Glue all the corners down. Doesn't matter which way, as long as they're all down. Whoop. Ta-da! And then you're left with that, the tissue paper side. Now I suggest before you do, put the camera back to me. Before you do print, do test pages to see how big or how small they are, if they'll fit the candle or not. And do it in black and white because you don't want to waste your color. So I tend to do like a little test page to see if it'll look right. When I do the test page, I'll share my screen here. These are my designs. So I tend to go to print, change it, of course, to black and white, however your computer may work. And then I tend to unpick that so you can see everything. And then you can pick your different sizes. So this is how I make things in bulk. So I'll pick different sizes and you can up it. And then you'll see everything appear on there. But when I print my test page, I do it on a regular page and I just do one. And I already printed these earlier. So these are all wallet size, 3.5. And when I do print it, I try to make a reference to myself that these are wallet sizes because I do keep a files for all the printing that I make. So once you do that and you try it on your candle, said candle, and you try it, if you like it, then you hit the print button. Then, you know, obviously if you like it, you do your little tissue paper thing, put it in the printer, and then hopefully if it all goes well, if your testing went well, sometimes I know I goofed up many, many times. That's why I know the orientation of my printer because I screwed up so much. You'll get all these lovely designs, Corellian Lustration. Stay home and come to Lustration. So now, let's transfer these designs on there. Since I'm gonna use the blow dryer, I will turn off the mic momentarily. So you can cut out your design as close to your design. And then you're gonna have the paper right behind it. Whoop, you can get rid of that. So here is our lovely design that we're gonna put on the candle.
Aisha,
Yes.
¿puedo hacer una pregunta?
Sí, sí.
Yo intenté hacer eso con mi impresora, pero la hoja se atasca.
¿Qué pasó?
El papel Sisu
Ajá.
se atascó, se hizo una bola dentro y tuve que abrir la impresora para sacarlo.
Wow. So Lady Ida was telling me that she tried this technique before and it seemed like it jammed in her printer and it became like a ball or whatever in it. I've never had this problem. So I've done it with both kinds of printers. I don't know if it's the kind of tissue paper. Sometimes other tissue papers come in different weights as well. Some are thin, some are thick. So I guess keep that in mind, but I've never had an issue. Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. That kind of stinks.
Encontré otra forma de hacerlo, pero nunca te ha pasado.
¿Qué método usaste? She found a different method to use.
Ahora imprimo sobre un papel normal, una hoja normal, estándar, y luego pongo wax paper, papel de cera, de horno, el que metes al horno con la comida.
Oh, yeah.
Y con el secador caliento la cera encima y ya.
Oh, so she started doing it on just regular paper and using wax paper on top of it. And it seemed like it transferred as well if it can't handle tissue paper. I might have to learn that. That's really cool. Gracias, Ida.
Thank you.
No, because thanks to you, I started doing this because I saw all your cool candles and I was jealous. So.
Betty, Aisha, what thickness of tissue paper are you using?
I am using Dollar Tree, very thin tissue paper, and I haven't had any issues.
Awesome. Thank you.
As of yet, you're welcome. So I need my oven mitt. All right, so you have your candle with your design. Let me switch back. There, you can see it, perfect. So I try to cut around so it'll fit taut because you're gonna be holding the candle with the design. There's a lot of trial and error. So yeah, to hold it taut. So I know I'm gonna have to cut this way. So I'm gonna cut that. All right. Take your candle, making sure you can see me. Don't need that paper. This one. Put that wherever you like, wherever you want your design to go. Then your parchment paper right on top of that. As tight as you can, your oven mitt, and you're gonna hold it. While you're blow drying it, you'll see that it'll start melting all on here. If it doesn't melt all the way, you can tell like maybe a little bit of the tissue paper's coming out, or you can tell it's not cohesive yet. Keep blow drying it till you see that it all becomes it, and you'll notice that. So I'm gonna mute myself so I don't kill people. I'm going to show you how it sort of looks like while it starts melting. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's starting to melt. And you can see it. It's becoming part of the candle. The rest is still not ready. You do the whole thing till it looks like that. All right. So here's one. Carillion Lustration candle. Woo! Now not on sale. Thanks, everybody. All right, we'll do another one. So I also printed these lovely, lovely, I know I'm not on frame. I'm a mess. These god and goddess symbols. So you can make your god and goddess candles custom if you prefer. And I get these wonderful gold and silver ones. They come in pairs, 2 silver, 2 gold at the dollar store as well around Christmas time. And then I stock up and I buy a million. So they last me all year long. So we'll cut those and I'll show you how those look like as well. I did some earlier to make sure it worked well, and they worked awesome. And yeah, this one doesn't need as much heat because they're little designs. So it's all about experimenting, whatever works. These are sort of the basics. Crafting workshops are fun. I like it. Boop. That's a goddess. My husband helped me put this setup up. So sweet. All right. Got that ready. You can use the same parchment paper too. I tend to use like the same one. You can tell when it's not really going to work anymore because it'll have too much wax and it'll be too melty. It starts getting too much residue. But you can wipe it off sometimes. But I tend to use the same paper depending. So we'll do, that's God symbol. My goddess, here we go. All right. And you can put it anywhere, up top, bottom, whatever your preference is. I tend to put my symbols at the bottom because I want my candle to last long and I want to see that goddess symbol forever. Don't want her to get burnt out. And it won't cause any flame or catch on fire. I've burnt these type of candles with the transfers all the way to the bottom and they're safe. Because I was wondering that myself.
Aisha, you're saying parchment paper. Are you meaning waxed paper?
Parchment paper, when you're doing the tissue paper method, Ida had a problem when she was using the tissue paper. Her printer couldn't handle it. I don't know if it was the kind of tissue paper or the kind of printer she has. So what she ended up doing was using just regular paper and actually putting wax paper with that on top of the candle, and it seemed to work. That's another method I didn't know about. So that's pretty cool. Now I have wax all over my computer. Hooray! So then you have your little goddess on there. So it's pretty cool. So besides doing those transfers, I do a lot of sticker ones too, which a lot of people see because I share it all over the internet. And those are pretty great. So you can get the sticker paper, Amazon, anywhere. The pillar candles, I get them at the dollar store. They're cheap. We all know how expensive pillar candles can be. And I'm very lucky that my dollar store has them every color imaginable. We even have, during Halloween, we get black ones, and I buy them all out. Hi, Liz. So I printed some designs already, pre-printed, that I myself designed. So every time we have a new person come to our temple and experience ritual, I tend to make these for them as a welcome to our ritual for the first time, Merry Meet. And then for Day of the Dead, we had a Day of the Dead Samhain ritual. I printed these. So these are very straightforward, very simple. You cut your lovely image. And these are so cool. Now
Are those on regular paper, Aisha?
This is printer. This is sticker paper.
Sticker paper, okay. Because
These
Mike was
ones.
asking. Mike was asking, are the other ones the designs on regular paper or no?
So the other ones, what I had to do, it's just a regular. Do I have it with me? Yes. You just take a regular piece of paper. You put tissue paper underneath it. You cut the tissue paper around it, and then you glue it all around the edges. And then, yeah, you stick it in your printer, whichever orientation it prints on, you want it to print on the actual tissue paper. From there, you would take your image, you cut it however you'd like, and then you put it on the candle, you blow dry, and you'll see that it's melting onto the candle, and it'll instantly transfer. Does that answer your question?
Yep, and that was actually from Mike.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
I'm sorry I came in late, but I was intrigued.
I came in late too, so
That's
we're in the same
okay.
boat there.
If you're late, yeah, ask away. I have no problem repeating myself. So you peel it. It's just regular sticker, and then you put it on said candle. So most candles, when you buy them, you know, they have the lovely, like, their own sticker warning thing. So I try to make it professional and leave that like in the back. So it seems like they're buying this temple candles when we all know it's homemade. And then you try your best to line it up. And who's gonna know? I mean, nobody, that's who. This one's my favorite design ever that I did for Dia de los Muertos. I love this one. Same method. See, easy peasy. I think the hardest part is designing everything. That's what takes me a lot of hours. Just designing images, because all of these I designed myself with the help of Google Images.
This is just incredible work that you do, Aisha.
Yeah, I give a lot of these candles away for gifts too, so you know, expect some gifts since I have so many left over. And
So you
lovely
buy your
candle.
sticker paper in grocery.
That's it.
In
See
rings?
that? Yep. And then whoop. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I just bought that at Botanica for $10. Cost me $1. Yeah, I make gold. Gracias. Gracias.
And then if you center that, you should be able to get 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 per page.
Absolutely. Yes. When I make the oval ones, I tend to get 4 in a page. Yeah, it all depends on your placement, your size. You play around with it. I have a whole like file system on my computer for all the candles. I did one. I must have used it. I did one for Hocus Pocus. It was a black flame candle. I also designed something for that. And that was back then when I didn't know the magic of sticker paper. So I did cardstock, that cardstock stuff. And I cut it. I put adhesive spray and then I put it on. So it seemed like super official because it was like this cardstock stuff, but it was from my printer and then adhesive spray. Nobody really knows the difference. So yeah, it's very simple. I know it was super fast, but I hope.
So
Go ahead. Any questions?
in the chat room, we have some questions. So the glass
Oh.
encased candles are where you use the stickers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And does the blow drying method work on the glass candles too?
No, it only works if you're doing it on wax. Yes, that's why if you're gonna image transfer onto glass, I would say use stickers. It only works on candles that are wax with no container. And you can do it with the smallest of candles or the biggest of candles. The smaller the candle, the trickier it'll be. I will tell you that much. Because you really have to hold it taut, and because it starts melting, you'll kind of see that it'll start melting a little bit in the bottom. And it's like, oh no, I'm trying to contain it. So you try to take your tissue paper and you're like, okay. And you'll see like candle wax everywhere. So I tend to mold it back on and like, you're going nowhere. And then just keep melting till it gets on there. Sorry, I know, I'm just a freaking riot. And
You're awesome. You're so great.
I'm too animated. I don't do workshop live stuff.
Honey.
I can't wait to see you.
Honey,
so
you're too animated. Just give it another hour and a half. You'll see animated.
So yeah, this is how I make all my custom candles that you guys see all over Facebook and the Artificers group. And if you guys want any files, I can send them to you because I make these all the time. Do you guys have any questions for me? ¿Tienen pregunta para mí?
When you cut out,
I don't have a question, but I have a.
Oh, sí, ole.
Never mind. Continue.
No. What? No? Okay. Miss Reverend Lori Blackman.
when you cut out the image that's going on the candle, are you leaving extra tissue paper around it, or are you cutting as close to the line as possible?
That depends on the effect that you'd like. I try to do it closest as possible. It also depends on the color of the candle too, because if it's a white candle, then if you just cut like a square of whatever the image is, then it'll mesh and it'll camouflage well. If you do it on a colored candle, I notice that you're able to sort of see the white of the tissue
That's
paper.
what I was getting at. Okay, so you want to get as close to the image
As
without getting to the black
to
outline.
the black.
Okay.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Good question.
Thank you.
You're a crafter, so you know the deal.
Aisha, tengo una
Sí.
pregunta.
Sí.
¿De qué material están hechos los stickers?
Los stickers. Okay. So, los stickers, yo los compré en Amazon.
Okay.
Son papeles así. Y son todos stickers, los papeles.
Ah, ok.
¿Tú ves?
Okay.
Ajá. Y entonces cuando tú lo pones en el printer y los cortas, lo puedes sacar.
Claro.
Y lo puedes poner en anywhere. It sticks anywhere.
Cool,
lo puedes
cool.
poner donde quiera. Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I hope they answered your question.
So, Reverend Aisha, have you tried
Yes.
like colored tissue paper for like different candles, colored candles?
You know, I haven't. That is a very good question. I've been dying to do that and I haven't tried it because I always print in color.
Mm-hmm.
It's rare when I print in black and white. So that's why I never bought colored. I figured it would still come out with the same effect, but when you print on colored tissue paper with color, it comes out saturated and all messed up. So I figured if you're doing, we'll say just black outline, like the god and the goddess picture, if you do it on a color, I'm sure it'll work.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You guys are awesome, just saying.
So Aisha, I don't have a question, but I have a suggestion for you.
Yes, of course.
As you said, the smallest one, they're a little bit tricky, and it's true. And I realized that the IRAS method is the best because you can put the image, and then you can put up an iron machine, and you can have a little bit more control with the smallest one. And I think the smallest, the iron machine, the smallest one, for dolls are the best.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah, I did it before, and I think it's better because you can have more control with the smallest handles.
Yes, I find for me sometimes it can slip. Sometimes I am a rebel and I won't use the oven mitt. You should, safety first. And I've burnt myself many times, but for this workshop I used an oven mitt because safety. Yeah, so that's a great suggestion for the little ones. Thank you. And I made like, I don't know, 30 of those. So I wish I knew that before. Thank you. Any other questions, my lovelies?
Yes, is there ever a problem with you're putting tissue paper through your printer? Does it maybe have a potential of destroying your print head or anything?
I've never had an issue. I do suggest when you do it one at a time to prevent a paper jam, because I've tried to do like 3 or 4 copies and it has jammed many times. So I just do one at a time. I know Lady Ida was just telling me that she had an issue with hers where it did jam and it sort of became like enthralled and entangled in the printer and she had to take it out. So she ended up using a method which I'll have to try out myself, where she used just plain printer paper along with wax paper on top of that, and then sort of melted it with a blow dryer. So she used a different method than I did. But I know in my printer, I've used it with laser jacked and my injact, and one was a Canon. This one's a Brother that I have now, and I've had no issues on my side.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, this has been awesome because I know a lot of you has been asking me about it and how do I do it, and they look so cool. Yeah, Lori. And I know Reverend Phoenix was also a big fan, to the point that I had to mail him one of my temple candles because he loved it so much.
So I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is for fundraising, you know, a lot of temples always try to do fundraising. Is this a way to do that? Have you tried it for that?
No, I've never tried it, but never say never. I wouldn't mind doing that. I do have the Lustration ones, so I don't mind if anyone would like to pick some up. I can mail them to you. That's not a problem. Thank you, Ed.
I just love how much love you put into all of them. I can feel it, like as you're making them and as you share the photos of them on the Artificers group on Facebook, you know, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, she's making more. Where does she get the time?
Yeah, I know. I learned that, and then I started learning how to use vinyl paper to make my own mugs at home. And I just made, I'm sure many of you saw, we're very close with the ATC and we call each other Care Bear cousins. So I designed this thing with both of our symbols along with rainbow, attaching them with a heart. And I printed that and put it on a mug. So I do things like that all the time.
Phenomenal.
What is the difference between doing the sticker transfer on the tissue paper and doing it on ceramic with the vinyl?
So I've noticed while using the vinyl, it can be very finicky. And it took a lot of testing for me to get it right. So I know when I did the first image, I tried to print it in my feed and it actually didn't come out of my printer. My printer does have a manual type feed where it has a different slot for me to put a page by itself. I tried that, but I tried it on the same paper in a different orientation so I wouldn't waste the paper and still print. But the paper was so hot still from the first time that it didn't print right and the colors desaturated and then the vinyl with the sticker fell apart. I'm like, okay. So I didn't test, which was my bad. Now I know how it's gonna print. So I did it again and it came out correctly. It's just, this is more patience because you have to let it dry, since vinyl paper is, how's it called? You can wash it by hand,
Right.
it lasts longer, and you have to give it more tender love and care with that. And then I also noticed while using that, you really should cut all around the image as close as you can, or if you're gonna leave the white of the vinyl, at least get it all even so it looks like
That
it's
was my next
surface.
question.
I see you.
I know.
Yeah, and you would cut it as best as you can, not like how I did, where I did do that, and then I did it around the circles, and then I got too lazy, and then I just stopped. So it looks like a big globbing sticker on the mug. But I always do
They
prototypes.
came really good.
Yeah. Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
those mugs came beautiful.
Thank you.
So that was vinyl sticker paper.
Yes.
Would
Yes.
it be the same vinyl sticker paper like that we would use for the cry cuts machine?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Because when I looked it up on Amazon to see if it would work on the cry cut machine, I don't have one, but Jin was wondering if it'll work on a cry cut because she has one. So I looked it up and it works for both. It works for laser, inject, and cry cut.
Awesome.
Hmm. That's pretty cool. It's in my sink right now and it hasn't
I, for the
deteriorated.
life of me, cannot believe you don't have one of those machines.
A lot of people can't believe it either. I like to challenge my printers so they can't make it work.
Lori, it sounds like you owe her a Christmas present or a birthday present or something.
Sure.
Hashtag shameless plug. You guys are awful.
I mean, she's like, I can't believe you don't have one, and I'm like, well, get her one, and then she'll have one. Those things are expensive.
Man, ain't that the goddess blessed truth there?
Does that make it washer safe, the vinyl sticker paper? Or
Yeah, the vinyl sticker paper was safe. I wasn't sure because I never used that medium before, but I've been dying to try it because I know you can do bumper stickers out of them. You can make all sorts of things, and I wanted to do a lot of temple related custom made things because that's what I do. So I figured some of our temple members asked about having bumper stickers, and I'm like, let me try this out. And of course, Lord and behold, it had to be a Care Bear cousin mug, and it came out awesome.
I would have never thought that the regular printers, even an inkjet or a laser, would have taken that thick paper, because the vinyl paper is much thicker than your computer paper or even a cardstock.
Yes.
So
yes.
that's awesome. Awesome to know. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
You're fantastic.
Yeah, that printer does a
Fabuloso.
lot. Oh, thanks.
It
Yeah,
does.
it does a
For
lot.
some reason, your printer seems to do a lot more than anybody else's.
I mean, I guess my printer is a witch.
Who would have known? There we go.
That was the problem. Stupid brother printer. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for
Oh,
all
wait, we got to get an HP.
Yeah, we gotta get an HP. Yes, that's awesome.
I
But
have an
Tis.
HP. It kind of sucks.
Oh,
It's
You poor
huge and
thing.
cumbersome, and it does like
No
all
Harry
the-
Potter going on there. Okay.
nope,
No,
not at all.
not really. No.
Not at all. No way. Yeah, for those who haven't seen, I know a lot of you have seen it, but I'll show you my lovely mug. It's in my sink because I have to wash it because I've used it already. But looks like this. That's ridiculous. You see that?
That is so gorgeous. And what do
I-
you mean, like the big blob sticker thing? I
So-
can't see any big blob sticker, whatever.
Well, I know you can't see it, but I can see it, and I was very careful how I did cut it, but it's this part that I wanted to cut because you can see two different kinds of white. So you also should cut all here and just leave the Care Bear by itself. But I mean, for a first try, it came out great. I've washed it. I've had no problems. And it seems it was very popular with the ATC and they want one.
They're very huge on their merchandise. It's great.
They really are. Yeah, if you go to their store, because I make those little necklaces too with the bezels, and I made a whole bunch for them. They have it on for sale on their site with my hand that took a picture with it. I'm like, oh, so my hand is at the ATC store. Okay, that's a thing. The gluing tissue paper to a regular piece of printing. Yes, I see people commenting on the chat. Okay. One new message. Vinyl stickers on ceramic. No blow drying. Nope, that is sticker. It's a sticker vinyl paper. As soon as you print on it, you let it dry 15 to 20 minutes. And then you cut your design and you plop it wherever you want it to stick. And it will stick. You get the one try. So you make sure, because man, I put it on a corner and I'm like, that's not coming off. It's a little like this, but you can't like tell. That's good. So you commit to your stick. That's a tagline. I'm gonna have to copyright that.
You got like such like the emphasis, like, you know, you gotta just brave it, man, you know. Just line it up and go for it.
And just go. No regrets.
No hesitation.
Yep, just hand wash. I mean, you can try putting it through the dishwasher, but I don't have one and I'd rather not to prolong the life. Yep. Doesn't hurt to get your hands wet anyway. You should be washing your hands.
Yeah. And I was just gonna say also that dishwashers are probably a bad idea because vinyl melts easily and dishwashers get to the temperature that sanitize your dishes, most of them. So that's pretty hot. Don't put these in the dishwasher. That's a bad idea.
No. No delicate dishes like that in a dishwasher, especially something you custom made. Definitely not.
Aisha,
See.
have you tried your method with herbs, for example, rosemary or lavender or something like that?
No, I've never
Before?
used that. Con lavender.
Mm-hmm. The herb, lavender. I don't know, lavanda. I don't remember any other in English.
El aceite.
No. The herb, la hierba.
Oh, the herbs. Si yo he usado lavanda en las velas. If I use herbs on my...
Lavanda or rosemary or any other.
Yes,
herbs.
I have. Sometimes I'll take my candles, I'll lay the herbs on just plain paper or even a plate, anywhere, doesn't matter. And I will start melting little by little the candle and just like sticking herbs to it. So I do that a lot too. And then when I do get them stuck, if I want more on it, I'll take another candle, I just turn it on, and then I just start melting that candle and I'll let the wax fall and just add herbs to it. So I create wax sticker to put my herbs on it. So that's another way I do attach.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that. I put a lot of herbs on my candles. I dress them, oil them, everything. Yeah, and Maristela does the same thing. Yep. It's one of those things you never thought of and just works great. There's another product that works for candles really great. I discovered it on Amazon by mistake. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. I hope I still have my little vial of it somewhere. This wonderful magic called stick 'em. So I'm going to teach you the magic of stick 'em. Hooray. So this took another turn. All right. So back in the day, and I'm sure we all still do this, I do it sometimes, your candles don't fit on said thing. I'm like, oh man. So you melt some of the candle, you stick it on there and you're like, hope it melts. And then you melt more of the candle around it and you're like, ah, it sticks. Cool. Well, the magic of stick 'em, this wonderful stuff, and it smells great. You take some of it, just a little bit of it. Yep, it's a little, put it on your candle underneath it. We'll use the lid. Your candle has stuck. It'll stick anywhere. It's the coolest thing I've ever discovered in the history of candles. Love this thing. Stick 'em. I'm just like, take me away. So
Where do you get?
This, the first vial I got on Amazon, and I thought it was one of those witchcraft things you'll never see again. And then I went to Joann's and they have a whole box of them right next to all the candles. And I'm like, Joann's Fabrics, I live here. So this thing is amazing. I'm telling you. No more ghetto, like, nope, I retired. Classy witch right here.
We're getting your fingers burnt off.
I'm telling you, yeah, I've been doing it for 100,000 years since I was born. So it's flipping awesome. Yeah, see, it sticks anywhere. So that's a great, love how that came up. Yeah, I never get to share the magic of stick 'em. But now you all know. Oh, thank you, Ida. So Ida shared that you can also paint your image on wax paper, and then you can put it on your candle and also transfer that as well with a blow dryer. So that's really cool. See, I didn't know that.
Is she putting the parchment paper over the wax paper as well to hold it in place and then blow drying it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Ida. She's the one that inspired me to do this, to try it myself, because I see all of her social media and I see all the Sekate candles. And I'm like, how is this woman doing all these things? Where is she getting these candles? And everyone's like, are they for sale? And I never see a comment that they are, because she makes them herself. And then so I went on YouTube, and sometimes it can be kind of confusing the way they explain it, or they don't do all the steps and they just sort of cut and mishmash. So I want it to be a little more thorough, and then you guys can ask questions too, because I can be a scatterbrain when I explain myself. So I really appreciate your patience. Wow, 11 minutes. This is awesome. I didn't know how long it was going to take. Hooray.
Awesome. So now you have 11 minutes. Tell us how you repurposed all your jewelry and made that beautiful headpiece.
Yeah, definitely. I want to hear that story.
Yeah. So I'll have to get it. So I ordered on Etsy back in February an Artemis crown with like the Venus crescent moon that shows above the head. It's gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. The woman that makes it engraves the crown. It's gorgeous, but it takes her 6 to 8 weeks to make, and she had 2 to make. And due to the virus, a lot of her vendors closed down. They can't ship her stuff. So my crown has been on hold. And I am very patient, but that was February. It is now April. And I kind of want a goddamn crown, right? So I'm like, I'm going to go get necklace. I had an old crown my friend gave me for a Ren fair that I don't use. Lady Jin gave me a ton of wire, and I bought this box of quartz crystals under like $2 or $3 at Michael's, a bundle. And I'm like, man, they have no idea the gold they have here. That's okay, I do. So I bought it. So I made this out of a necklace from Wish that was like 99 cents. And I made my crown. So this is my lovely crown that I made for my high priesthood. Put quartz crystals all along the side. This is from my necklace that I kind of tore up, repurposed it. Obsidian snowflake, which is my favorite stone. These little pentacle charms were given to me by Reverend Ed Carr. And then I used the hell out of wire to create a base because this was nothing. This was just a little teeny gold crown that had like teeth that were broken. And I'm like, all right, I'll just redo it all. So this is how it looks like. Came out a lot better than I was expecting. It was gold, and then I Sharpied it black to give it that rustic, old, broken in look.
You did an amazing job with that. It is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much, Lori. Thank you.
That
I
is
love it a lot.
A lot of work of love here.
You would be surprised what that goes for at fairs that we go to.
I believe it. And I'm just like, it ain't cost me that much. It was just things I had laying around the house, but it came out really great. I'm very proud of this work. Thank you for recognizing that. Oh, thank you, Lord Don. Thank you, Luna, Antonio. Thank you, everybody.
Who is an artist? That girl.
Sí, Roble?
Who is an artist? That girl.
Yo, I'm the
Yeah.
artist. Yo soy la artista. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, that's what I think. I think I was meant to make my own, you know, and I would love to get my refund because it was a lot, but I know a lot is going on with the virus that, you know, I also don't mind shopping small and things, so I'm not going to harass her for that. We're all going through our own thing. So she can keep that. That's a blessing to her. She needs it. And I want to support her shop. Gracias, Irvis. So yeah, this was my workshop. I hope you all enjoyed it and had fun. And I hope it was versatile all over the place and had some laughs.
I have 7 minutes to bother you. So
okay, go ahead.
When you're doing the pendants, are you using sticker paper for that? Or are you doing the hodgepodge?
When I'm doing the what? Say it again.
The globe pendants. The globe pendants.
Oh, yes, the globe pendants. I use Mod Podge. Yes, I actually use Mod Podge with sticker paper.
Oh, so it is both. It is the Mod Podge. So are you putting the Mod Podge on both layers of it? The Mod Podge first, then the sticker paper, then Mod Podge again, then the globe.
Yes, I do all those steps.
As you were saying with YouTube, they show you, but they leave out 1 or 2 steps that they weren't coming right. Okay.
Right. I had that problem with other people putting the cabochon and then just the image on top of that and letting it dry first.
That's what I was doing.
Ah, okay.
And it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't adhering. Oh, right. Yeah,
Okay.
I do it the opposite because I noticed with, it must have been the paper that I was using, it wasn't right. Because I would use regular paper and when I put the Mod Podge, it would bleed or it would see through or bubbly. And I'm like, there's got to be a type of paper that I can still glue, but have sort of a base. And I'm like, how about sticker paper? Because it has that vinyl on the bottom and the glue won't bleed through the paper. It'll be a good base. So that's why I started using the sticker paper and I would, put the Mod Podge, then the image on top and let it sit for a little bit and then evenly try to coat little bit, not a whole bunch because it'll get out of the bezel.
Right.
And then it won't clear through right. And then when you do put, like, I tend to put like a little teardrop in the middle and then I just place it and then I squeeze little by little and you can see how all the glue is going through the cabochon all around it. And you can see if there's going to be air bubbles or not.
Okay, so you're not doing the bezel first with the image and then putting the cab on it. You're doing the opposite way. You're putting the image upside down onto the globe first.
No, it's the bezel. I do the bezel, glue, image, glue, cabochon.
Okay.
It's just,
Awesome.
It's very tedious because I hate the air bubbles. If you go too fast and you don't let it, if you do it too wet or it's not like dry, it starts bubbling up and then it dries weird.
Right. And you don't use the brush, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I did see streaks in some that people were doing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they're brushing it. Okay.
Yeah, I started noticing that too, and I'm like, something's wrong. So yeah, I figured doing that method seemed to work great. Yeah, because YouTube was useless for that.
Yeah.
I had to figure it out on my own.
Okay. Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
So we have a question in the chat room. Would you be able to make directions, like written directions, I'm presuming? Ricky asks.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I have no problem with that. I can do written directions, or I could do YouTube directions. I'm very visual, so I figured visual would be better than written because you can sort of follow, and I'll do it slow enough that you can just do it alongside with me, if that works for you, Ricky. Make video. All right, Jason, I'll get right on that. Yes. Thank you, Queen. I will get right on it. Per request. This has been a lot of fun, actually. Yay! Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Art Attack by. Ooh, I like that show. I'll make sure that I credit you for that. Patent pending.
Patent pending. Let us know when that goes through.
I will. I will. I gotta let Roble know because apparently I gotta cut him a check.
What was the other hashtag? If you commit, what? If you stick it, commit it?
If you stick it, commit to it. Yes. If you stick it, commit to it. Yes. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, my husband.
Oh, you're gonna make her cry, Zach.
I love you, Poppy. Thanks for visiting at the very end.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gracias a todo el mundo por estar aquí. I was here the whole time. Oh, all right. You're probably right. I can't see you. You're in the living room. So, for all I know, you're not lying. I'll find out. You're so cute, babes.
You'll know when you come home to flowers tomorrow.
I freaking better, even though I bought some for myself. Oh, you're welcome, Celtic Fire. He was on earlier. Oh, you can vouch for him. All right, he's off the hook. I see. Everybody got your side. The shade. You know, Roble? I love you guys. You guys know my language. Oh, this is great. Oh, too funny. Well, if you guys have comments or concerns or anything else, you can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm on all the things, Twitter, MySpace. I'm on everything. So you can reach me. And I have no problem speaking with anybody. Friend me if we're not friends yet. I'm everyone's friend. So.
Escribo por Facebook luego.
Sí, escríbeme.
Vale. Gracias.
De nada. Thank you. Love you, Eblis. Love you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Beautiful job, sis. You did wonderful. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Mwah.
Yeah, you totally did a great job. And looking forward to seeing everybody at the next ones. I'm going to go ahead and close out here.
Thank you, Lady Stuff.